So hello everyone. Basically, this is day three of our building of our hackathon project. And where are we? Finally, we have decided the problem statement among all the six, and the problem statement which all four of us have decided into is the AI driven project for helping our farmers. Okay. So before starting with that, right, I want to show you, right, I prepared something. I prepared that how we can carry on with the workflow. Okay, so you can see my screen here. Okay. So you can see here, okay, basically what I did is like I want to build this project like a 7 and 8 year old senior engineer. Okay, what a senior engineer of experience 7 to 8 years would do it, right? Basically, this is a beginner project. Okay, and someone who is a beginner or a fresher, for that, for them this project is. But again, you can build it if you are having experience, like how a person is. Ragul is an experience, having experience for 7 to 8 years. So how Ragul will build this project? Okay, not from a beginner perspective, but from an experience perspective, right? So like this, I have decided the workflow. But again, if you want it to build it like a beginner, like a basic level, you can just move ahead with that. You can add your document tabs here like this, and you can paste your views as well. Okay. If you want to go with the beginner, but this is what I have designed as a 7 and 8 year old system engineer or AI engineer would do it, right? Okay. I've written all the steps here. Once you read it, you will understand, okay, what all things is going to implement regarding it, right? So you can see here in these steps, our agent basically it was designed to give voice interaction in Kannada only, right? But you can see here multiple languages. Why it is this? Because there are 22 official languages in India which is being spoken. And there are more than 22, means like it's around 100 or 200 languages which being spoken across India. But 22 are officially in our constitution. Okay, so you can see here Assami, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Uriya, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, and Urdu. So basically, what our this AI will do, it will understand all these 22 official languages which is used under India. Okay, it can be like you can again further develop it into 120 or the various languages which are subdivided into these languages, right? If you will see, it means like in Telugu, in Tamil also, means like it's not the only one way of communicating in Telugu. As you will move in different reasons, there are various accent which people use to communicate in Telugu as well, right? So these all things are there. Okay, basically this multiple languages. This page is for telling us that how we can further advance our project into these particular 22 languages. Okay, and here means like we were basically using the AI agent for that. And yes, if you want a monolith uh, agent, like a single agent can do work for various things. So as I have mentioned in the meet earlier, if you want it in a basic, so you can just add your tab, you can add your workflow. Like, okay, I want to go with the basic version, and then we can move ahead with that. Okay. So you can see here the architecture, how our architecture will be looking like we will be here a front end Firebase Studio app will be there. Then further in the front end, it will divide it into two section. You can see here user voice or text, then image upload, and that image upload will be controlled by the fast API Firebase functions. It's like from API we are getting it's like basically we are connecting those agents, right? You can see a crop doctor agent is there that it will use Gemini Pro version, and prompt engineering is needed there. Okay, market price agent is there, subsidy agent is there, which will use RAG and government docs. Again, government docs means basically the uh, website or the documents which Deepak have shown earlier while explaining this project, like we have to web scrap those things. So these are all the things, and the language handler, the one which I have showed you, the 22 official languages which is being recognized in India. Okay. So, and the last will be the return final response text to the UI. Okay. You can see here step by step the integration flow, means like how we will integrate all these things, right? You can see here user input handling, front end is there. After front end, you can see here third each module. Second main is main orchestral layer, means like we will be routing it, right? So it is the central controller. Basically, it will be the brain of our project, who will just control everything which is being operated inside it, right? You can see here, you can just read it, and then you will get to know. Okay, you can see a text stack choice. For front end UI, we can either use Firebase Studio or a special price, or you can use Flutter. But if we use Firebase Studio, then obviously means like in the video itself, they have told, like if you are using Google tools, then obviously they will be more towards our project or towards someone who is using a Google tools to build this particular project, right? Similarly, for all those component, you can see here the recommended tool is there, right? And if you look into the full professional folder structure, how the folder of our project will be. So you can see here, this is the main folder, Project Kisan. And inside this folder, you can see here the front end is there, Firebase Studio, web app, mobile app, user interface. Okay, you can see the public folder will be there. Some SRC folder is there. Again, in SRC folder, the assets is there, components, utils. You can just read the hashtag here. You will understand basically for what purpose this particular subfolders are for, right? You can just read it. So this much big our folder will be, and you can see here where each part goes. Uh, each part goes. You can see your Firebase front-end app. It will be in the front-end folder. Gemini agent and logic, it will be in the functions folder. And again, inside the functions, it will be in agents, right? You can see your voice API integration. Voice API integration means we are just using the Gemini uh, API so that it can recognize the voices, the languages, the voice which we are feeding inside it, right? Similarly, you can see your multi-language support, data scraping, logs and monitoring, RAG embeddings and search, prompt library, documentation and docs, right? And these all are the workflow. This was the initial workflow which I have created. Then you can move ahead. This was in detail workflow which I have created. And in detail workflow means AI systems. Basically, what AI system will do the first. This is the brain of our project, which I have told you. With respect to the architecture diagram, also I have told you. Uh, what the first will do, it will architect and connect all AI agents, crop doctor, market analysis, subsidy navigator, voice agent, define the input output pipelines, handle Gemini APIs, and coordinate data flow between the modules, right? So this will be the one which we'll be doing into it. Okay, the first part, which is a brain of all our project. Okay, you can also see here the step by step workflow, how we can just move on with that. And then if we will come to second, then you can see here a front end engineer is there, someone who will be building the front end part of this using Firebox and UI UX. So, and how he will build it means, like, you can see here the steps have been also written. And further what you have to do means, like, you have to just further tell the chat gpt, okay, I am in this team as a front end engineer. So you can copy paste the things, and you can simply just elaborate it more according to your convenience or your part, what you are trying to do, right? Then again, you can see here the third will be the voice plus backend engineer. Okay, and what he will do, he will use https and apis, and basically his job will be to handle speech to text, text to speech, language detection, and real time communication with AI modules. Okay, so basically his job will be that thing. And you can see here, and again the last will be the data and RAG specialist, means like government scheme and vector search. Basically this guy will be preparing the databases, whether it's regarding the web scraping or anything. Means like, you can see here a step by step workflow or scrape government schemes. You can use beautiful soup, selenium, puppeteer to extract the names, eligibility. Example website is also given here. Build the data set. You can convert the structured into a JSON or CSV file. Then again, RAG is used here using LangChain and Gemini. And again, what is a LangChain? So LangChain is the framework we use for RAG, and the framework we use for LLM is LangGraph. Okay, so basically this is RAG here, and how RAG is used, you can see here in simple Hindi. Tell a tomato farmer about drip irrigation subsidy in Karnataka. Okay, so like this it will be there regarding it, and test to test end-to-end workflow is there. So you can see here, you can read all this. So basically this was the detailed workflow. This was the overview of the project. And this multiple languages was it, means like the languages, how we can embed it, and what are the languages which is being officially recognized in India. And this was regarding how we can connect all those AI agents. The first, which I have told you, the first part, we are four people working here. So first person, like what he will do. Second person, what he will do as a front end engineer. Third person, what he will do as a back end engineer. And fourth person, what it will do as a data and RAG specialist, right? Then you can see here the final workflow is there, which I've already told you. Means like, you can see here, right? System architecture overview. And basically what it will do, major modules are front end Firebase Studio and web app, backend orchestrated Firebase and functions, enhancement layer, offline and personalization. WhatsApp means like, this AI tool will send you the notifications over WhatsApp itself. So it will just give you the notification on WhatsApp also, right? You can see here the final project structure is the same project structure which I have shown you earlier. You can see here project Kishan front end. These all are the project structure. You can see here the team workflow is skill based. Okay. Uh, Basically, the first is AI and integration engineer, which his role will be Gemini and routing. His role will be design from templates for Gemini Pro Vision, use Vertex Agent Builder to create smart flows, implement orchestral logic, main controller, the brain of our project, configure fallback logic and chain of agents. Again, what is a fallback logic? For example, your data is being trained and you are asking something which is irrelevant to the topic, and which our trained model couldn't understand it. So for that also we have to create a fallback logic here. Why? Because our system will crash. Okay, handle the LangChain and Chroma integration for advanced queries, right? So tip, start small with a simple if else router, then modularize per agent, right? So you can use here. And second, which is a front-end engineer, what his job will be, you can see here, set up fireworks. And then again, it's a backend and voice engineer. Okay, you can see a tip test with Hindi, Telugu, Kannada samples early on. Okay, then it's like first we will test with one language, then we will test with second language, then we will test with the third language. So basically, this is the role of the backend voice engineers. He will just work with APIs, entity, and STTs, right? Then you can see here the data and RAG engineer. Basically, what it will be the job. You can see here a scrape government scheme content, clean data into JSON chunks. Okay, use Gemini to generate embeddings, store in FSS or Chroma. Okay, so basically this will be the data storing part. We will uh, and again the database used here. Okay, so the database used here will be not the SQL or any Postgres SQL or any NoSQL. Okay, so it's not the database we are going to use here like that. We are going to store the database using the Google AI tools itself, where and everything is written here how that database will be used. You can see here the database usage component will be Firestore. Here we'll be storing our data, the user logs, image, path, language, profile, Fire Vector DB. This is also a database, and it is basically used in Chroma and FISS. And the government scheme vectorized search will be there. And in the cache, the component of the cache, it will just use in JSON file, and it will store the mandi prices, offline query support as well. Okay, and final execution workflow you can see here, like this will be there, offline plus WhatsApp layer enhancement. If a farmer is offline, store cache, optionally push reply to WhatsApp, multi-step flow. So basically these are all there. You can also see the tips for hackathon success, stimulate 4 5. So you can read all this. And again, this is a final checklist which I have shown you. Final checklist means after understanding the overflow, detailed workflow, multiple languages, connecting how we can connect the AI agents, how the final workflow will look for that, right? Then I have made this final checklist that how this checklist will be. So you can read this, but before reading it, don't just start from bottom to top, just start from top to bottom. Then you will just understand what is there. And anything, if you don't understand it, any particular line of statement, so what you can do, you can just simply just copy this. You can ask ChatGPT, just tell me, or you can just elaborate me more in the detailed way that what we have to do next. Not next, basically what this particular line of statement is trying to say it, right? So these all things are there. So I am sending the Google link in the this Zoom meeting itself. So you can just click on this link, or they it will not have access for you. So you can just click on the share request access, and I will give you the access for this, right? So basically, this was the thing. This was the thing which I prepared, and it took me at least means like it took me 4 hours. Literally, it took me 4 hours to build it. That's the reason I was sleeping now, because from 12 a.m. I was working on it, and I've completed it around 4:30 a.m. till in tomorrow morning. So for that reason, like it took me 4 hours to build it. And again, if you want that this project should be built in a simpler version or like a basic version, so you can just work on it. You can create your workflow, whatever suits for you. But what I have approached like pro person who has an experience of 7 to 8 years in AI engineer field, and how he will approach towards this project and how he will make this project successful. So I hope you have understood not the 100 of the things which I have spoken, but at least you have understood 7 to 8 things among that 100 words. 7 to 8 words you might have understood. So Aditi, Deepak, Rahul, do you have anything? You are not. Your voice, Raghu. Sorry, it's not. Yeah, it's better than before. Okay, so next, what we will do? Then we have to like create an idea as well. That why this idea, or basically what's our idea to do it, how we are going to approach is right. Basically, we have to submit the idea as well. I have prepared the workflow, but pertaining to this workflow, what we have to do, we have to pitch our idea, what our idea will be, and also like we have to make the PPT as well. So we can work with that. It's not that now only you have to work for now only you have to create this project, all the four AI agents. No, the first thing is that upon this workflow, we have to create an idea which will just stand out among all the rest, right? So that our idea gets selected. And the another thing is like determining the project name. The project name will be same as the what you can say, same as the team name. Okay, and it should contain some relevance regarding to the project Kisan. Okay, so that's the second thing. And the third thing is like we have to make the PPT as well. So it's not a big deal in making PPT, but yes, everyone you can share upon this workflow. If you agree with it, then you can share your idea. Idea means like the idea which we are going to share with the hackathon team, means like those people's what idea we are going to share. Okay, so you can on this workflow you can share your idea, that what idea to be executed. And yes, if you want this project to be built, again I am saying it, in a monolith way, in a simple agent who will perform all these things like a beginner one, so you can move ahead with that, you can make the workflow of that. Okay, and you can just write your idea according to that as well. But yes, we have to do it by tomorrow. We will not wait for day after tomorrow, because as soon as we submit it, the chances will be there, and no one knows, means like they had given time till 10th, so they might stop at the 10th only. So it's better to submit it by 9 than to submit it by 10.
Okay, the workflow that you created was really nice. I read it. Now, I just want to tell you ki, like, does anyone has to say anything about it? कि मतलब that basic workflow wala part, or we are going with this?
The idea was shared by the Avinash is so good. Like he
Mm.
completed all like from the basic to advanced,
Yeah.
and he also divided the work like in four people. If four people are working in a group, so he divide the work. Suppose one is working and on the front end, and another is working on the agents for and all whatever it is. So the idea is good. Avinash sir, you did the you did good job.
By
Uh,
tomorrow we have to create, right? So we have to create that PPT for idea submission. So what do you think? How we should move on? We should create uh, differently, like each one should create one version of PPT, and then we can check which one is better and can submit, or we will just divide the work.
What we can do means like, but first we have to create an idea, right? Upon this, it's like you will just whatever thing I have mentioned in the document in the Google Doc. So what you can do is basically copy paste all the things, and you can tell him, and also copy paste the hackathon, the transcript. Also, I will share with you. Basically, I have extracted the transcript for the YouTube video as well, which they were discussing about that. So it's not means like I have extracted it today. I have extracted couple of days earlier, means like the day when we have started these things, and when I have watched those YouTube videos, the same day I have extracted the transcript for that as well. So yes, you can tell him that this many peoples are going to come. This is the hackathon. This is the workflow which we have created. But what idea we will submit it? What will be the heading of that? Okay, so basically we have to submit the idea. Like this is the problem statement. This is the workflow. What will be the idea? Okay. So for that, you have to share, means like each one of you just share your idea upon this workflow and upon this problem statement, right? But it's
Based on
important based on what, Raghu?
based on you created, we need to extract the idea, right?
Yes,
To fill
extract
the
the
PPT.
idea. Yeah, basically what's
Okay.
it's there. Not based upon the one which I have created alone, means like the one
Okay.
I have created it not with that, but also with the problem statement. Means like first you will give the problem statement, then you will give the workflow for that, then you will tell him, okay, this is the problem statement, this is the workflow which I have created. Now tell me what is the idea of this project.
Okay.
Okay. So definitely each one of will have the different ideas. Then what we will do, uh, we will combine the idea of all our force, and it's like the four ideas which we will be going to give. We will combine all those four ideas, and we will use uh one sim one single idea which has the combination of all the fours, right? Then we will just move on with the PPT and stuffs. It's like for PPT, you can see here the 12 pages were there, 12 or 21 pages were there, something like that. So we will divide it accordingly, pages, which we have to do it. Then we can move forward with that.
Okay. But already there is a template, right? So we need to follow that template accordingly.
Yes, exactly. So in that template only I'm talking about, I think it's 12 pages or 20 pages, something like that.
But yes, it's 12 or 21.
Sorry, it's
So
21,
can
right?
can yeah, yeah. Can we increase the page or we need to finish it within the 20? Like if our idea exceeds 21 page, then what we can do? I mean, we can extend that page, right?
We can extend it, but it's not means like if we will see, basically the standard PPT is around what you can say it's 10 to 12 pages. It doesn't exceed with that, but yes, they have given us leverage of 21 pages. But if we will just extend it like 30 or 40, so what it happen, it will just look like an essay
Yeah,
more
it
than
won't
a,
look good.
yeah, more than
Yeah,
a,
as you said before, once we find once we finalize the four idea, we will merge that four and we will create PPT accordingly.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Deepak, you were telling something?
Yes, that we will need to wind up our PPT within 15 slides. Is it okay? Like that is the best, the
That is
15
best. Means
slides
like
of PPT.
the more short it will be there, the more good it will be there. But they have shared
We
the
will
template
try,
Yeah,
for 21, right?
yeah,
now,
and we will try not to put extra paragraphs and all. Just put an animation if it is possible. Don't put like हम bullet points पे जो put करते हैं ना, like वो बहुत ज़्यादा बड़े बड़े होते हैं. Don't do that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is the address for the PPT.
that's what I told. PPT is basically 10 to 12 pages, means like that's what PPT called.
no, Avinash,
It should
only
be
10
understandable
pages they
by
have
the,
added. not 21,
Only
only 10. Only
Acha,
10 or
yeah,
12?
okay,
10,
it's
10,
10.
including thank you page, it's 10.
Okay.
Okay, then yes,
Yeah,
we will
and
move.
we can rejoin. So the meetings will be.
Yeah, it's 1 minute left, so we will be rejoining it.